Okay.
Are you buckled in?
I will be.
Since it's only been less than a week since we've seen each other, I don't really have a lot of other rant topics or anything else.
Do you want to talk about episode 1 of season 2 of Daredevil?
Yeah, it's basically just a catch-up episode. It's like, okay, so Daredevil is still fighting the Kingpin. The Kingpin is still mayor. The Kingpin's task force has gotten rid of a lot of vigilantes. There's a scene where Karen Page and Daredevil are back together and they kiss each other. Daredevil says, "I know who would know the answer to that," and Karen Page says, "Jessica." You know who Jessica is, right?
No, I do not.
Jessica Jones. Kristen Ritter is coming back as Jessica Jones at some point during this season.
I know during episode 1 of season 2, Daredevil's mask comes off.
Well, it comes off right at the end, and then Bullseye throws a bunch of knives. You don't see them, but you see a bunch of, like, a knife that lands in front of Daredevil with the words "You're welcome" etched into the handle, and it has a bullseye on the end of the handle. So we know who threw the knives, because Daredevil has a police detective who's on the inside that's feeding him information, and they end up like the task force, which has a bunch of Punisher, they're basically based on the Punisher. And Frank Castle, aka John Bernthal, showed up last season for a little bit. Apparently he's just been doing nothing for the whole 5 years since the snap or the blip or whatever. He's just been in hiding for a long time. And then they capture him, and it's like, "Oh yeah, you're a hero, Frank." But Frank is like, "No, you guys are not heroes." So he ends up getting away, and he kills a bunch of them. So and there's also this guy who's played by Michael Gandolfini. Do you know who that is?
No.
Do you know who James Gandolfini is?
No.
He's Tony Soprano.
Oh.
Okay. So Tony Soprano's son is playing a character by the name of Daniel Blake. I'm pretty sure in the comics the Kingpin has a son called Richard Fisk. I'm pretty sure that's who he actually is. Because for some reason, Kingpin can't find it in himself to, kill him or hurt him, even though he screws up a few times.
Are you still thinking about what happened to Josh Gad in Wonder Man?
Not really. I don't know if that'll ever get resolved. Like, there's a lot of weird stuff in Marvel where it's like, oh, this thing happened, oh, we're never going to talk about it again. There's this one really weird scene where this one guy is thinking, there's this ship captain who's smuggling weapons into the harbor for Kingpin, and by the way, guess who's guest starring in this season of Daredevil?
Who?
Matthew Lillard. He's playing this guy called Mr. Charles. I don't know what his role in the comics is. I've never heard of him before. But he's in there, and we're going to see more from Mr. Charles. He's apparently working with the Kingpin and, trying to fix things for him. And he at one point, the district attorney picks up the phone and is like Mr. Charles shows up. He's like, "Who are you? Get out of here." And then the phone rings, and Mr. Charles says, "You're going to want to answer." He picks up the phone, and he's like, oh, okay, Miss Fontaine, whatever you say. So that's Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character, who we saw in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and also in the Thunderbolts / the New Avengers
/ the Boring Bolts.
Yeah, the Boring Bolts, I guess you can call it that.
Because it was such a freaking boring movie.
Well, I thought that, but a lot of people didn't think that. Well, it was actually
another Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Those are just trash cans on wheels.
Yeah, I'm never going to drive one of those. I don't understand why anybody would.
So, do you want to explain what's going on with the movie situation and what movie we picked?
Well, we did want to see Undertone, but Undertone went out of theaters before we could see it. So I did manage to get tickets to Project Hail Mary, which is the new super movie with Ryan Gosling.
Did you see the cast announcement on who's playing Star Fox?
Yeah, I did. Glenn Powell.
And what do you think?
His name is not Star Fox, by the way. It's Fox McCloud.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
I think he's a good choice to play Fox McCloud. I don't know if there's a clip of his voice anywhere.
And Glenn Powell, he was also in the the Running Man that you saw.
He was. It wasn't a bad performance. It was just very boring. I was not expecting it to be that boring because the guy who did The Running Man was the guy who did Baby Driver, Edgar Wright, and also Shaun of the Dead. So his stuff is usually a lot more high energy than this, but this was not what I was looking for. I was not thrilled. I was not impressed by it.
And again, what was your score of The Running Man?
I think I'd give it a 4.
Yeah, a very boring movie. And that was one of the movies that we wanted to see.
Yeah, it's good that we didn't.
But this year, Violent Night 2 is coming out, and we're definitely going to see that.
We're definitely going to see it. And I am, once we're done today, I am going to email Nasra to ask her for tickets for the Mario movie on the 3rd.
So, Passover starts on April 1st, right?
It does, in the evening.
So, I wish you luck with Steven.
Yeah, it's not going to be that terrible. I'm not going to... I'm going to drive in with Devin. We're going to spend the first night at my uncle's house. So, we're not going to see Steven that much. But most of my interactions with Steven will be on Thursday. So, I'll be able to report back to you on Friday if Steven does or says anything, like Steven, but I don't think that he. I think that
I wish you luck with the food situation.
Yeah.
Because I know by April 9th you'll be craving real food.
Yeah, I will.
So yeah, you'll pick one day in April for us to go to the zoo.
I'll see if I have a day to go to the zoo.
Okay.
I hope we can get there, but I don't know if we will.
And this week is supposed to be all rain and freezing rain by Thursday.
Oh, that's great.
Friday is supposed to be a rain event, so we're gonna have to figure something to do on Friday,
well,
other than your gym and the movie.
Well, I'll see when they say a rain event. We'll see how much of a rain it is.
Okay. And before you ask, I do have my wallet.
Good job. I'll hold on to it when we're in the theater.
This movie we're going to be seeing is 2 hours and 36 minutes.
Wow. Okay.
So definitely on one of the longest movies we've seen.
Yep. Once we're done, I'm going to have to drop you off. We can't be doing are we just dropping off the DVDs?
Yes.
On the way home? Okay.
I'll put them in the Dropbox.
Okay.
And then I'll get some new DVDs during my volunteering tomorrow to be revealed on Friday.
Okay.
So I was looking at round 3 of the milkshakes, and I'm pretty sure round 1 is going to be the clear winner of the 3.
Oh boy, I think I know what I can expect in round 3.
What can you expect?
Is there a spider milkshake?
No.
Okay.
No.
Is there a mold milkshake?
No.
Is there a lava milkshake?
No.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad to be wrong.
So you're going to try the grilled chicken sandwich from Burger King?
Well, they have one. And I'm not super hungry, so I'm probably only going to have one.
Okay.
It's okay with you?
That's fine. I think Project Hail Mary is definitely going to be the longest movie we have seen to date. Well, Deadpool and Wolverine was pretty long too.
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot wait to see what happens in Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah.
That was an epic driver maneuver.
Sure was.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
And the gas prices. Thanks, Donald Trump.
Well, it's not good that Iran can basically hold the entire gas supply hostage for everybody.
Diesel 231.9.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good thing we don't use that.
Do you think this war with Iran is going to turn into World War III?
No. Nobody wants to get involved. A world war means everybody gets involved.
We're going to Burger King, Josh.
Right, I know. But it is important to get over.
Yes, it is. June is definitely going to be a month of movies to watch because we have Scary Movie 6 to watch.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
We have Jackass number 5.
Okay.
That's going to be fun.
Yes.
Toy Story 5, I think that would be with you and Devin.
Yep. Thanks for letting Devin take that one.
I wonder how the Street Fighter movie is going to be.
I think it's going to be pretty good. Definitely better than the Mortal Kombat 2 movie.
Well, we have to wait and see what Mortal Kombat 2 is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Street Fighter comes out in October, so that month we'll make sure to dress up for the movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to dress up for Mortal Kombat 2.
No.
But Carl Urban, perfect casting for Johnny Cage.
Yeah, he's okay. I always thought Johnny Cage was going to be a bit more over the top. Like, Carl Urban is more kind of stoic. I always thought Johnny Cage was going to be a bit more, amped up.
And I hope we get another matchup of Johnny Cage versus Goro.
Oh, we definitely will. I don't see how we could go without one.
But then again, Goro was killed off in the first Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, but this
2021.
Yeah, but this is Mortal Kombat. You can resurrect people. Just call Quan Chi.
And Quan Chi is actually going to be in Mortal Kombat 2.
Yep.
Same with Shao Kahn.
Mm-hmm.
Kahn!
Yeah. Shut up, or I'll cut you.
That's a big sign.
Yes, that is.
And that's the old school sign. So I'm hoping things are different in here.
Let's see.
I can see right off the bat crispy fries. That's good.
Are you gonna get some?
Probably.
All right.